People have been asking us, what's the difference between an audio interface for $100 and an audio interface for $200? Well, you get a bang for your buck. Basically, with the cheaper ones, you get cheaper components. Mightn't sound as good as the more expensive one, but there are a couple of things that you should look at if you're buying an interface. First things first, you. Look at you. What do you need? I can't tell you what you need. I want you to look at what you need. So if you're a guitarist and you're sitting in your bedroom and you got a microphone and a guitar, you'll need 2 inputs, okay? If you're a full band and you got drums and you got keyboards and you got guitars and DJs and everything, you'll need more inputs to record you guys all together live, okay? So consider the amount of inputs. This one here, 2 inputs, XLRs and jacks. I want you to think about future proofing. I want you to look at yourself and say, where am I going to be in 6 months? What do I want to do? Well, I want to bring in keyboards. Do I want to bring in my iPad with software synthesizers? And how do I get those in here? Just a little future proofing, a little future thinking about yourself and where you'd like to see yourself and your band or your production techniques or however you want to work. So this one has 2 inputs. Another option could be looking at the amount of headphone outputs. Now, when you're looking at more expensive interfaces, you're looking at more headphone outputs, but this usually has 1, okay? So you're all feeding off the same output. Another thing to look at here is MIDI. So some of you guys could be into, keyboards or DJs looking for more synths going on. This is an interface between your keyboards or your MIDI instruments and the computer. So if you don't know about MIDI, and I'm sure an awful lot of you do, this is your route into your computer and out of your computer for any sort of MIDI information, which isn't just keyboards. I mean, it controls desks and it controls other kinds of instruments like drum machines and all that sort of stuff. One big thing you should be looking at is, okay, the power supply. Power supply allows you mobility. If you get a big honking old interface and you got to plug it into the wall every time, you're kind of limited as to where you can bring it and do what you want with it. With this, it's working off a 5-volt supply, which means I can bring a power bank, power this, and I can go down the local park, plug in my microphones, and I can record all the ambience and everything like that, or else I can go down with my guitar and my bass player and a microphone, and I can go down the park and I can record all my songs down in the park if I want to. Think about that as regards where you want to use it and how you want to use it. Do you want to just put this in your bag and go down to your mate's house with your guitar and jam down there? So think about the power supplies as well. So interfaces are interfaces, but you get good interfaces and you don't get some great interfaces. You get interfaces from Behringer, you get interfaces from PreSonus, Focusrite. This one is from Steinberg. Another thing you might think about is software. I mean, when you buy your interface, do you have your DAW already? So if you have a DAW already, great, no problem. But some of these actually ship with a DAW with them. I know PreSonus ships with Studio One, which is very, very good for starting out and for getting your song ideas down. You get free software instruments on there, and it's really, really good. Steinberg ships with Cubase and Cubasis for your iPad, which is amazing. Focusrite ships with Pro Tools First, which is basically a baby version of real Pro Tools for any studio. So that might be an option for you as well. So to get something for free is all good, and it gets you hitting the ground running. I wrote an article for Adorama Learning Center, so you'll get a few pointers on there as to what comes with which. And I also want you to think about your budget. But the most important question you should be looking at is future-proofing. What am I going to be doing 6 months down the line? A really good starting point is the Adorama website, because there's a chat on there. So if you're not sure yourself, click into the chat. One of the lads on there or the lassies on there will be able to help you through your decision-making process. They'll point you in the right direction to help you get the best machine for you and for you 6 to 8 months to a year down the line. So an interface is an interface is an interface, but there's a few things you should think about, and I hope this has been helpful to you. I'm Keith Alexander, and you've been watching Adorama TV. Don't forget to subscribe to Adorama TV for more great videos, and tell us what you think. You can like, comment or share this video, and please come by the Adorama Learning Centre for more great articles and advice.